fly-ass chicks who paint them pretty-ass lips. For them trap boys out doubling up on bricks. For musicians like myself that was blessed with a glitch. Rap with a package, see what it is. Swerving through traffic like I lost control of the whip. Hurt the competition like I ran over these bricks. Double lines mean nothing when you're hugging the bridge. Red light, green light, headlight, beat bright. Superstar life make these lanes hate, right?
And like G Willikers, dude.
Hey, what happened to the intro with King Czar? What happened to that?
Oh man, that King Czar guy was cool, man.
What's up, everybody? Y'all know who I am.
They don't want the King Czar man to prosper, man.
Hey, don't tell me the King Czar's royalty fee was too much, man. Don't tell me.
How y'all been doing tonight? How you been doing?
I downloaded King Czar's music on CD Baby, man.
How you been doing, Czar?
Hey, I'm in the building.
How you been doing, Ian?
I mean, I'm doing pretty well. Can't complain. You know, it's a good Tuesday night here in Las Vegas, the sports entertainment capital of the world.
All right. That's my bad. How you? Now get to what happened, baby, this week.
What happened, baby?
What happened, baby? What happened to Buffalo Bills?
Oh shit.
What happened?
So we're not gonna wait. Is this an appetizer, or are we gonna get to the main course at some point?
Oh, this an appetizer.
Okay, because we gotta get to the main course, considering he is not here.
Okay. The Buffalo Bills lost to Houston 19-23, and Houston defense had 8 sacks on Josh Allen.
Top 2 defense in the NFL.
Top 2 defense. But what I was told by some Buffalo Bills fans, we're the team to beat.
Wait, hold on. Let's call them out. We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this like that. Hold on. What Bills fans are you referring to, Ron?
I do a show with Andre. Shout out to my OG, one of my OGs, Andre, and I do a show with some Buffalo Bills fans on that show that say they're the team to beat. Now,
okay.
My thing is, you lost the game and you gave up 8 sacks. Y'all really the team to beat?
Oh man!
I mean, they got Josh Allen. I mean, it is what it is.
They got the guy who should have 5 MVPs according to some Bills.
That's what they say, y'all.
He got snubbed. He got snubbed every year. He didn't win it. He got snubbed, and then he won last year. No one was snubbed.
I mean, look, it's not his fault. Oh, wait. Let me play devil's advocate real quick. It's not his fault. He doesn't have enough weapons.
Oh,
right.
It's not his fault. His offensive line isn't that good. Right. It's not his fault.
Right.
No.
I think I figured it out.
Hey, you gonna make me throw the song on, bro. It ain't my fault. Did I do that? It ain't my fault. Did I do that? Shout out to No Limit and Silk the Shocker, baby.
Hey,
all I know, you know the blitz coming. If you are OC, you would put in, if your offensive line not that good, you would put in some tight ends. Yes or no?
Right.
So, Brady, they head coach, Sean McVay. I mean, not Sean McVay, but what?
No, Sean McVay is actually doing a good job in LA.
McDermott.
He's actually doing
Sean McDermott, my bad.
McDoodoo.
And Andy Reid disciple from Philadelphia.
Right.
I'll remember that.
Yeah. Now, you a defensive coordinator. You over the whole team. You know your offensive lineman bang up. Why don't you try and put on tight ends there? Or is you really a good head coach? Or people telling me he a really good head coach. Where?
Man, a 49ers fan making an injury excuse for the Buffalo Bills, man. That's
here's the thing. I don't know if I was crashing. I don't know if Dennis told you I was going to be here tonight, so I just kind of.
Who the hell is you, brother?
I mean, I'm just chilling. I'm around. How you guys doing?
All right, but my thing, everybody.
I will say the Buffalo Bills. That defense has been horrendous since last year and arguably the year before that. They can't stop anything. So,
okay.
Maybe they should have not let go of Leslie Frazier.
Man, they can't stop the nosebleed.
So
Leslie Frazier actually left on remember he left. It was like a mutual agreement. You know what I mean?
But the mutual agreement means getting out of Buffalo. That's the mutual.
And he also I don't want to be insensitive to mental health issues, but that was also part of Frazier's thing. You said he was having a breakdown, verbatim. I think that was the words he said.
Right.
But hold on, can I offer a rebuttal on that?
Yeah.
If that was the case, then why is he currently the assistant head coach in Seattle? Helping Seattle actually have one of the best defenses in the NFL.
I mean, he did go over there with his mans because doesn't he have a ties with McDonald over there?
If he does, I would have it would be somewhere I haven't found. But I know he's in Seattle now. He's the defense coordinator / assistant head coach. So,
okay, my next. What happened, baby? Pat-Man Jones. If y'all don't know who is Pat-Man Jones, played for Dallas, the corner.
Hold on, you mean?
Wait, hold on. Are we talking about
Cincinnati?
Are we talking about wrestling TNA Tag Team Champion Pat-Man Jones? We talk about that guy?
Yes. Now, this is some funny shit what he said.
Okay.
Now, don't make me laugh. Now, he said Steve Smith Sr. was a straight bum through his career.
Damn.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. The guy that didn't amount much to the talent that he had in the NFL?
Yeah.
We're talking about the guy that was straight up a bust as a top 10 pick. The guy who had multiple arrests. The guy who had multiple charges. The guy that was not able to stay on the field. The guy who had multiple suspensions. Are we talking about that bum right there? Is that what we're talking about?
He rocked a hell of a chain on draft day, though.
Right.
Hey, I'm going to say this real quick. As somebody who's a University of Utah fan, Steve Smith Sr. will forever be goated to me. I do not tolerate disrespect when it comes to Steve Smith. I do not tolerate it.
Steve Smith,
Steve Smith was a straight dog on that football
field. Come on.
Oh, he was petty, too.
Yeah, you hated him, huh, Ron?
He was petty, but he was
and Ron did not like him for years because he was so good.
Oh, man.
He thought the foot on my team.
Come on. That's respect. See,
he scored a touchdown against St. Louis, turned to the cameraman and said, if you see me again, then that means I scored again.
Yeah.
An hour later, he scored another touchdown, went to the same cameraman and said, I said, if you see me again, then it means that I scored again.
Right. Ice up, son.
Now,
this is the same guy who knocked out Keith Talib and put him on his butt. I mean, come on.
That's right. He went to war with Talib over there, and then when Talib was in Tampa initially. That's right.
Yeah.
Now, my last one, what happened, baby? The Panthers and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Y'all both lost. Now, it was a dude on BJ's show in the comments. No, on the show, my bad, but talking shit about me last week and the week before. Talk about I'm hiding. Where you at, AB? Where you at?
He said, I'm tired, boss.
Where you at? No, fuck this shit. Where you
Who's
at?
hiding? He said,
Where you at
I'm
now,
outside.
AB? Where you at now?
He said, I'm tired, boss.
He's already moved on to He's already moved on to another sport. All right?
No. You cannot hide from that ass whooping they got from the 49ers. Shout out to my homeboy, a 49er fan.
49ers. 49ers.
But y'all did that.
I mean, I would say this about the 49ers. If you would let Rico Dowdle had 3 more fantasy points, I would have beaten King Czar, but that's besides the point.
I mean, shout out to the man.
Or if Brock Purdy doesn't throw hella picks, then I don't lose by 2 points.
By the way, Czar, the fact that it was even that close is a testament. Because I told you I had to score X amount of points to beat you. So.
Right.
So it be like that.
That's real talk, cuzzo.
It be like that.
So that was my last "What happened, baby" for this week.
What happened, baby?
Okay.
What happened, baby?
And what you got for us?
I mean, I got 4. The first one is actually I'm gonna go to baseball. The New York Mets trading their longtime member of the team, a leader in the locker room, a guy people have respected for 14 years in that organization, and they trade Brandon Nimmo to Texas for a washed-up former Gold Glover, but he has kind of declined as of recent years, second baseman Marcus Semien.
I don't mind that trade, Ian, actually.
I will say when it comes to Brandon Nimmo, I really believe that he would be the first lifer since David Wright with the New York Mets. The fact that he had been there for 14 years.
Nah. How many
All-Star
teams has he made, Ian? Unlike David Wright.
I'm just saying when it comes to
you a lifer, you become a lifer when you are one of our greatest players, which David Wright is. Nimmo is not in that category. So I don't know why you would think he would be a lifer, and he deserves to be a lifer. Brandon Nimmo, Brandon Nimmo he used to be a leadoff hitter. Now, I'm not trashing him because he's gone, because I like Brandon Nimmo. Mm-hmm. But he used to be a leadoff hitter that couldn't steal bases. He get on base, couldn't run, and his liability in center field, which we kept trying to replace him in center field because they said he didn't have the range.
Well, we had to move him over to left.
Right. But I saw his range improve. So, like I said, I'm a fan of him. However, he still had limitations. Then he becomes this power hitter all of a sudden. Not a power hitter, but power hitter for in this case, from 10 to 15 home runs to 25 to 30 home runs. But then the average dips. And he's becoming a 240, 250 hitter now. I don't know how that happens and what do you do? Is it because you get older? But my thing is this. We've needed a second baseman for I don't know how long. Jeff McNeil is a former shell of himself. So this is a two-part thing, Ian. I'm not happy yet. This is what I'm thinking that they got going and why I'm cool with the trade. They shored up second base. Semien, yes, he's older. I still think he has a couple years left in him. He
has 3 years left on his deal, $72 million.
Right, and I think I'm just saying. I'm talking about productivity wise. Mm-hmm. So you get a guy who's known to have been a Golden Glove, who's known to hit 30+ home runs. So my thing is there's a 2-part to this trade. Now we're going after, and I'm sorry to say this to you because I know you're not going to like this. We're going after a la Kyle Tucker, there's a couple other guys in that same scenario to replace Brandon Nimmo. Now, if we do that, I think it's a very good trade, a part of a bigger plan. So I'll say that.
We'll have to wait and see what happens. But to me, when it comes to the leadership side of it, having a guy in the locker room who's been there for a long time, players like him, players trust him. That's the thing that I look at with the Mets organization and go, okay, so now you're bringing in another aging veteran who's now going to play second base, but his stats have diminished the last couple of years. He's not
like an old habits die hard thing. They
just keep
repeating the same shit.
Right. I just think we're just trying to. We had a meltdown. They're just trying to switch shit up. Like I said,
to me, that's my first one, Zara. I just didn't like the trade.
Yeah. No, I got you. No, some fans. There's a lot of fans that didn't like it. Actually, you're not the only one.
All right. Second,
I just want to see what they do on top of it before I make my final judgment.
Hey, of course. Yeah, we'll see what happens in free agency. I will not be shocked. Steve Cohen and his billions that he has. You will get some free agents. I have no doubt about it.
$1 billion.
Right.
So that was my first what happened, baby. My second what happened, baby, is we're going to go over to the NFL because I do not cover basketball. I do not cover the NBA. I find that sport to be incredibly boring, but that's beside the point. So when it comes to the NFL, this is my second what happened, baby, is I'm going to go with that Monday Night Football game between San Francisco and Carolina. if you were forced to watch that game, I feel like you should have been compensated for being tortured. Because it was interception, 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 fumble. If it wasn't a fumble, then it's a punt. If it wasn't a punt, then it was a field goal. It was one of the worst Monday Night Football games we've seen all year, which, by the way, is amazing when you realize that 2 weeks ago we had a Monday Night Football game that ended 10-7. So it's just insanely boring. It was very lackluster to see San Francisco and Carolina. And hey, San Francisco picked up the victory. Good for you. But it was still a very boring game. And it felt like torture having to watch it. So that's number 2. Third, what happened, baby, is I'm actually going to go to Vegas, and I'm going to talk about the hockey team here in Vegas, the Vegas Golden Knights. They have been going through some goaltender woes, and the Vegas Golden Knights have lost 12 of their first 22 games of the season. So it has been a rough first quarter of the season in the NHL for the Vegas Golden Knights. And it is a big deal because the Vegas Golden Knights were actually among the favorites to be in the Stanley Cup contention to the beginning of the year. There were people like myself who thought they had a chance to not only win the Western Conference or at least make the Western Conference Finals. So it is very disappointing to see the Vegas Golden Knights lose 12 of their first 22 games and have a 10-win, only have 10 wins up to this point at the quarter mark of the NHL.
Right.
And then my fourth, what happened, baby, is I'm actually going to say when it comes to Dennis Holmes, die,
Piece de resistance.
Die, Eagles, die on the road to misery. If I was an Eagles fan, I'd change my old damn brand.
Hey, thank you, King Czar. You finished exactly what I was going to say. But yes, Dennis Holmes, if this was any other show, I wouldn't talk about it. But since it is your show, sir, Mr. Dennis Holmes, you had it coming. So what happened, baby?
Zora, talk to the people.
Oh, man, that was funny. So y'all hit a lot of points, man. Shit. What happened, baby? All right, let's shoot out Minnesota. I told y'all about McCarthy before he got drafted. And then when
What happened,
McCarthy, I watched them in college. They won the national championship. He was not the guy. They had a hell of a team. He didn't
missed
make
a handoff to the running back.
Right, he didn't make mistakes. Harbaugh and that defense and that great running game, won that championship. And I don't know what the hell they was thinking. I think Harbaugh helped that dude get drafted high because there was rumors when he took the Charger job that he wanted to replace Herbert with him and he wanted to draft his quarterback. And I think that was all to boost McCarthy's draft stock. So kudos to Harbaugh for helping his quarterback out get drafted. But trash in my public job. Trash. Number 2, I just throw one more out there just for shits and giggles. Let's go with let's go to the gambling capital of the world. Let's go to the Raiders, man. I mean, when you figure it can't get no worse, it get worse. Like they have to be. I don't know record wise, but they have to be, if not the worst team. They're playing. I mean, they gotta be like they're pretty bad.
I mean, they're third. They are third place in the draft right now. So.
And who's the 2 teams in front of them? Tennessee.
Tennessee is 1, and I believe the Giants are 2.
So the Giants have definitely played better. So the Giants are definitely a better team. Tennessee is tough. They marry each other. Pathetic on offense, but both actually the defenses are okay at times, or solid at times.
I mean, Titans are 1-10. The Raiders are 2-9.
Right. But yeah, they finally get rid of the racists. Chip Kelly, who got rid of all, only receiver he wanted was, I'm gonna kill all those niggers over there, Riley Cooper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and why? Because they wouldn't let him backstage at a rap concert. Remember that?
Right.
And the fact they tried to bring back Chip Kelly in the NFL for 8 years. I mean, what did you expect? He hadn't been in the NFL for 8 years. I was thinking bring back Chip Kelly as offensive coordinator.
Right, and that philosophy shit he does, that shit's played out. So
right. That
Yeah, so like I said, when you think the worst, when you think you can't even get lower than the bottom, they dig a hole in the bottom and continue to fall through the bottom. So,
and to add some context to it, Czar, for the third time in his career, the Raiders have brought back Greg Olson to be the offensive coordinator.
wow, interesting.
wow.
You mean Greg Olson?
Greg Olson.
Yeah.
And all I gotta say about Greg
phenomenal tight end
Olson
/ commentator for Fox, Greg Olson.
Hey, what I gotta say about Greg Olson is just look up the ranking of the Raiders offense the last time he was offensive coordinator.
Yes.
All I gotta say.
Let's just say it's in the bottom 10, not the top 10.
Right.
Yeah. Damn, poor Raiders.
Let the people know.
Hey, Zora, was that it?
Yeah, that was it for me.
That was it?
What happened, baby, to the NFL? What did it just all get soft? Like, when you get a concussion now, you're gone for like a month, apparently, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is it too much soy products? Is it way too much estrogen in the diet? What happened, baby?
It's called lawsuits, brother. It's called lawsuits.
What happened, baby? And then, what's crazy too is have you noticed that they don't even? It's walkthroughs on Mondays and Tuesdays now, and practices are like Wednesday through Friday. This is going to equate to people getting hurt for real. So we're seeing it's a bloody war out there. I love it for fantasy because most people that can't survive the slings and arrows of the bloody warfare, they just give up. My whole team's beat up. They just give up. They don't make moves. So I enjoy that aspect of it, but it's it does put a shitty product out there for us. And these primetime games we've got, it's not just been the Monday nights. It's been consecutive Mondays, Sundays, Thursdays for the last couple of weeks have been shitty. You know what I mean? And so, what happened, baby? You know what I mean? Is it too much estrogen? I'm trying to look at it from a doctor's standpoint. I am a doctor. So I'm is it the diet? Is it the lack of practice? What is this?
Practice? Practice?
I'm talking about practice.
I don't know. They're doing walkthroughs a lot.
We're talking practice, not a game.
That your only what happened, maybe? Or you got more?
I don't know. I'm just winging it on the spot because that one's kind of been my pet peeve this year and the last few years with the way what's equating to these injuries is probably because of the way the game is handled off the field, right? How they prep for the games. Everything is soft as shit now.
Right.
You know what I mean? That it's just these fools go out there and get boo-boos. And then it's there's only 18 games in the NFL. So it's you got some of these teams that when they know they're all right, we stand no chance. You know what I mean? They're out of it from week 5 and on. You know what I mean? And this year there's a gang of them. No offense to your dirty birds, but it's what do? They have Drake London. If he's healthy enough, he should come back, right? Because he's got to get a bag. You got to put some good tape out there, right? They don't have a first. You guys don't have a first round next year, but you still got And then Raheem Morris, okay, put some dignity because you're probably out the door, and so you got to still try to win, right? It's not about let's get the highest pick now because you don't got the pick, right? So it's but there's so many teams in similar situations. What happened to the NFC South even? How about that? What happened, baby? To the whole thing.
I'm glad you brought that up. I am so glad you brought that up because
that's a good segue. See, look at that. I read the script.
Somebody told me, I'm not going to say his name, but fuck it. AB.
It goes back to AB.
I'm about to say, they say his name.
Out names,
they say his name, and maybe he will appear.
But all joking aside, AB said that was going to win our division. Now, last time I checked, Baker Mayfield got hurt, right?
Yeah, he got hurt.
So they talked about Baker Mayfield might be out for 4 or 5 weeks, right?
Right.
Real quick, you do remember when they were duct taping his shit in Cleveland, right? And they strolled him out there for hella weeks on that same injury. I don't think this organization does that also because Baker has a bag on him now. So he's just I'm cool. And they got Teddy Roosevelt, serviceable, right?
Right, but the way he cannot do nothing with the Rams team. They took Baker out and put in Teddy Bridgewater in that game, and he cannot do nothing. So, can they win out? Maybe it did happen.
Shit, they gonna lose this week. Shit.
What I will say, what Tampa Bay has on that team that nobody else in that NFC South has, they all have championship caliber players or mentality. Like even if it's not everyone who's felt it, but that there's a pedigree there. They've won it in recent history in the last 5 years at least once. And you know they're a team that's routinely in it. So there is a certain attitude there. So. And that's why they even brought Teddy Roosevelt out of retirement.
If your players, the one that got the experience, the one that got the championship experience out, and you got players coming from Walmart working on third shift, how you going to win?
They are super fugazi on paper though. After the first 5 weeks, because once that offense they're exposed like a long time ago.
So it like I don't know, but
and their secondary's been super trashed the last 3 years straight. So it's like they require shootouts. Like they gotta shoot out.
It like you got to shoot out, you got to put touchdowns to beat them.
And this Baker hasn't been the same Baker from the last 2 seasons.
Or last couple of years. So I don't know, but I will be watching AB. I will be watching AB. I told you I was going to get you. I told you that.
Oh no, you got vendetta,
AB. But to the so-far players, shout out one of my so-far players. He here tonight in with Kelly. He the one that said Coach Cousins was going to win a game for us. I do not believe in Coach Cousins. Let me say that. And Ian will tell you. So shout out to Ian for calling. We stomped the hell out of New Orleans.
He's a veteran quarterback. Right. I said that a veteran quarterback will get you to 1 or 2 more wins than he probably would get with rookie. So.
Right. So shout out to Ian Kelly for calling that game.
So, I mean, it's the same reason with Tampa Bay. People keep talking about Teddy Bridgewater and how there's absolutely the world's going to fall to an end. I've been going, hold on. Teddy Bridgewater being a veteran quarterback, I won't be shocked if he wins at least 1 or 2 games during the time Baker Mayfield's out. I'm not saying that he's going to go undefeated. I'm not saying he's going to go 4-1. I'm not saying he's going to go 5-0. I wouldn't be shocked, though, if they go 2-3 or 3-2 during Baker Mayfield's absence. So.
Right. And my last my last so-far player, shout out to Chicago Bears beating the Steelers.
Don't ask me how they did it, but somehow they did.
I will tell y'all,
Rudolph-led Steelers.
I mean, the one person on defense I got to give credit to is Jaquan Brisker. I mean, he's been doing pretty good safety positions.
So Chicago,
I love Jaquan Brisker.
Chicago,
he was so dope as a rookie, and then he just dealt with injuries. But when he's healthy, bro, like he goes crazy.
Yeah, and then he went to this college. I don't know the name of it, but he went to some college that was pretty good.
Oh yeah, that's the squad.
Yeah. So shout out to your team, Ian, for y'all put the smack down.
Right now.
No gang, bear down.
I mean, hey, Chicago's doing pretty good right now. The Cubs made the playoffs. The Bulls had a good start to the year. Cubs, Bears are in the playoffs contention right now. Chicago Blackhawks are actually winning games. Connor Bedard being a superstar in the NHL in the making. So, I mean, Chicago's doing pretty good right now.
Ian, you're an analytical guy. Yes, what's the percentage chance right now of Chicago winning the division, like outright?
I would say it's a 60% chance.
I like that.
Yeah.
I love. I should have, when I was in Vegas, I should have put money on Chicago to win that fucking division.
Yes, you should have. You should actually come to the casino and bet. No, probably should have.
So
I was there too.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's go.
You know what's my other smash play, and we actually talked about this as a squad on our podcast. We as a group, like when we're in Vegas, we're gonna do the bet this and that as a group. And one of them was the over on New England's, and they were giving New England 8.5, and they were like, "Fuck, we're gonna go over," and they already, and it was just like, that was good money, like But you know what it was? It's like too much allegedly's, and I just never made it out the penthouse. I was just like,
dang.
Yeah,
So,
division odds. I would say
too much
Chicago 60%, Green Bay 30%, Detroit 10%.
What? So.
Yeah.
Zoe, now talk about your certified players this week, player.
Shit, bunch of my Hoosiers right now, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Certified, we're gonna roll out. We're gonna roll out Davis Mills and the Houston Texans.
Look at him.
What up, JD?
Gang.
We're gonna roll out the David Mills and them boys that put in work. You know what I'm saying? And, defense, that's the number one defense in the NFL, which they proved.
They got
the two best. Pat.
I was hoping the timing was.
Mute your mic.
Yeah, in a minute, big bro.
I mean, I used to.
Oh, yeah, appreciate you.
Anyway, but anyway, Texans, man, for Daniel Hunter, and Dennis. Daniel Hunter and Will Anderson Jr., that's probably the best tandem pass rushers.
Nightmare fuel.
Right.
So, shout out to them boys. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Ravens, even though it ain't been the prettiest and Lamar hasn't looked the best. I think he's going to find his groove as they get to the playoffs, and they're going to be a very dangerous team. But still, they were 1-5, and I told everyone when they were 1-5 that they were going to still win that division. And look up and behold, 5 weeks later, they're 5-0 and tied for the division lead. So, shout out to the Ravens.
Hey, that shit crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
Right. And so those are my visualization players.
All right. Yeah. Be careful. Holler at the people, player.
When it comes to certified, and I'm not going to call out University of Utah for coming back from a 12-point deficit with less than 2 minutes left and beating Kansas State 51-47. I'm not going to mention University of Utah and the fact that they did not change in the rankings. They're still 14th. BYU still 13th. I mean, I'm not going to go there. That's not certified, but whatever. So when it comes to certified players, I will go with the NFL, and I have to give credit where credit is due. There is an organization that has been a complete dumpster fire this season. They're one of the worst teams to ever watch, but they finally made a good decision. Probably not their choice, but it happened because unforeseen circumstances. But shout out to Shedeur Sanders, his first career win in the NFL. Of course, he beat the Las Vegas Raiders at Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas, the sports entertainment
the team that probably should have drafted him.
Yeah.
I mean, Antonio Pierce, the head coach, he said that if he was still the head coach, he would have drafted Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah.
But Shedeur Sanders, it wasn't perfect. I mean, Shedeur Sanders, it wasn't, a perfect game by any means, but he did enough to get the job done, got his first career win. Shout out to Jay Will for rocking the Shedeur Sanders Cleveland Browns jersey. I did see that. He still had his 49ers hat on, so he was supporting his team, even though having the Shedeur Sanders jersey on with Cleveland Browns.
Shout out to Jay Will.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to him wearing a hat. King Czar, we're still waiting for you to have your hat. Now, when it comes to the certified players, number 2, I'm actually going to go over to the NHL and the fact the Colorado Avalanche have the best record in the league. Colorado, Nathan MacKinnon, the best points setter right now in the NHL. And the fact that he is averaging over a point and a half per game so far. Nathan MacKinnon doing an incredible job right now in the NHL. Should be the Hart Trophy NHL MVP at this point at the quarter mark. But Colorado Avalanche doing a good job over there in the NHL. And then lastly, I'm actually going to go to college football and talk about the fact that Oklahoma State has hired former Texas Tech offensive coordinator Eric Morris to now be the new head coach at Oklahoma State. I mean, Oklahoma State has been really in a disarray since they fired their longtime coach, Mike Gundy, earlier this year. They're trying to find a new sense of direction and bringing in the former offensive coordinator at Texas Tech, a guy who's been with Texas Tech. He was a receiver at Texas Tech back in the day. And I like what we're going to see there. The fact that they're bringing in somebody who's offensive-minded at Oklahoma State and somebody who is very familiar with them because of that Texas Tech Big 12 situation there. And I really like that move, and I think that it's going to be a good decision for them moving forward.
All right. So y'all want to get to the my questions?
Go ahead.
I mean, if we're just going to talk about the Eagles for 15 minutes, we could do that. But sure, let's talk about those questions.
My first question is, let's talk about rivalry in the NFL. Pick one. An NFL team versus an NFL player, or an NFL player versus an NFL team. And
I'm going off the dome currently.
Czar.
Let's go with Khalil Mack versus the Raiders.
Ooh.
It seemed like he's forgot about, and then every time they on the schedule, he gets like 5-6 sacks. Like he has that career game when he plays the Raiders.
Good one.
Every time it's like he always gets up for that game.
Right.
So that's probably the best. I mean, there might be others, but just off the dome.
Right.
A player versus a team rivalry, as far as in that setting, that's probably one that comes off the top.
Or just one versus player. One player versus another player. Like back in the day, Odell Beckham versus Josh Allen. I mean Josh Norman, my bad.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, like Deion versus Jerry back in the day.
Right. So
marquee matchups.
Yeah.
But a rivalry.
Yeah. No, I got
who your rivalry? Like, let me say again.
Yeah, like
Zaire and Justin Jefferson used to be a good one, but that one's pretty much done. Zaire's
I mean, shoot, we could be talking about all sports. I mean, baseball, George Springer versus the Dodgers. The Dodgers hate George Springer. They can't stand George Springer.
That's what I mean. But in fair wise. So give me a rivalry and talk to me. In the rivalry.
I mean, the NFL, there really hasn't been any marquee player versus team.
I would
say 10 or 15 years ago. I would say 10 or 15 years ago, there was some good examples of that.
Right.
But right now, when it comes to NFL, I think the most recent example might have been Mike Evans versus New Orleans Saints. I mean, that might be something that you could put on there.
Marshawn Lattimore specifically.
Lattimore was a big part of it, but Mike Evans got in 3 fights against the Saints throughout his career.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably the only one that's coming to mind. Maybe
Kyle Shanahan versus Sean McVay for me.
Okay.
I mean,
because Sean McVay has out Shanahan Kyle Shanahan the whole time.
Who winning that rivalry?
I just said it. McVay has out Shanahan this whole time because he is a ripoff of everyone he's been around. He's in a and he's good at it. Like, shout out to Sean McVay.
Right. I got a rivalry back in the day. It might not been that big rivalry, but both players, NFL players, got up for this game. Roddy White versus Richard Sherman back in the day.
I mean, I can say even with Crabtree too.
Right. Richard Sherman went on the week before. Richard Sherman was talking all this shit about Roddy White. And Roddy White he wasn't a big talker during the game. He had 2 touchdowns on Richard Sherman.
That was like 2010 though, Richard Sherman.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Right.
I mean, if you want to be technical, Richard Sherman versus the 49ers would be a better example.
Right. That's what I mean. Give me a rivalry. Y'all in the comments.
Ironically, we got to the Super Bowl with him again and then lose, which kind of puts me in it because he gave up that 30-yard, whatever the fuck, on a third, and he gave up like a 37-yarder to Tyreek Hill on a third and forever in that game, and it changed the whole course of that Super Bowl. Fuck him.
Like, or we could say T.O. versus Philly, or Philly versus Dallas, or
It's Philly versus Dallas. That's probably one of the.
I mean, would Tom Brady versus the
football.
Dolphins count? I mean, would that count? Tom Brady and the Dolphins. But Dolphins fans hate Tom Brady with all their fiber they're being. I mean,
to me, they're not really.
Nah, that wasn't. You gotta be, and I gotta say this: in order for you to be a rivalry, it's gotta be competitive.
Yeah, right, you got to be competitive.
It can't be no. It can't be no.
The Jim Harbaugh.
Okay, so it can't be like. It can't be like Peyton Manning versus the.
Like the Niners and Cowboys of the 80s.
Well, there's one Ian.
That's a rivalry in my book.
Peyton Manning versus Brady, bro. Like they split up like 10 years.
I'm gonna give you Peyton and Brady, even though Brady dominated, but Peyton did get them a couple times, once or twice maybe. But Brady did dominate that rivalry as well, though.
Right, but trust me, it's not like Dak Prescott versus the Eagles. We know how those wins and losses go.
Right, or the Giants. Dak Prescott. I mean, that's far from a rivalry. You know,
right? So when I say rivalry, those are the rivalries I'm looking for.
Right.
Those. I'm not looking for Miami versus the Bills, because the Bills.
Baltimore and Pittsburgh is really a good one now. I mean, that's really a good one in the last 20 years.
Right. That a rivalry in
Ever since the Ravens came into existence, they built that with Pittsburgh pretty good.
Yes. I mean, technically, Kansas City and Buffalo. I put that in air quotes. Kansas City and Buffalo.
I mean, it's been domination. I mean, if you want to count the regular season, I guess, then, but in the playoffs, that's been domination. They're undefeated in the playoffs. So
I mean, it's like when the Eagles and Bears face off in the playoffs. The Eagles have whooped our ass the last 3 times. So
but y'all got them a couple of times too. Yes or no?
Yeah,
I mean, regular season, but I don't count that.
Not in the playoffs, though.
If I'm gonna be honest with you, when it comes to a rivalry, I don't count regular season because those circumstances that can be anything.
Right.
But when it comes to the playoffs, though, the Eagles, ever since I was a kid, dating back to like 2001, the Eagles have had the Bears number in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So
All right. My next question: past or present? Name a NFL team or NFL quarterback that had your NFL team number.
That's easy.
I mean, I already answered the question.
Go ahead, Ian.
I mean, I already had the answer, man. I mean, I just said the Eagles in the playoffs. I mean, in the playoffs, the Eagles have had the Bears number for the last 25 years.
All right. Zora, talk to me.
Aaron Rodgers.
Ooh, I got one.
We never beat Aaron Rodgers.
Or the 49ers had our number.
Yeah.
Man, all joking aside, we cannot beat the 49ers or we cannot beat Philadelphia Eagles for the longest.
Yes, sir.
So shout out to Dennis and shout out to Jay Will.
Right.
My next question: name 2 college football teams going to the national championship and who will win it all. Zara, me and you were talking about this the other day.
Yeah, I mean, I sound like a homer, but I'm going all Big Ten college championship, Ohio State versus Oregon.
Ooh. And who you got winning?
I'm going to go, I don't like repeats, so I'm going to go Oregon.
So if you had to
Dylan Moore should be the first pick in the NFL draft, and he's the best quarterback in this draft.
If you had to put some money on it, on this game, the national championship, you would go with Oregon.
More Oregon, yep. They got the best player in college, in my opinion.
And what's crazy is he's considered a late first-round pick.
Right. That is crazy.
Who you got, Ian? Talk to me.
So I have a rule, and I've been having this rule for the last 7 years. Once I make my prediction in the preseason, I don't change it until it's been absolutely 100% not going to happen. Beginning of the year, I had Texas A&M and I had Miami. I thought Texas A&M.
Wow, Texas A&M. You picked them.
I thought Texas A&M had the best roster in college football. I liked the recruiting aspect of it. I thought the Texas A&M heading into the year would be the best team in college football. And then I really liked what Miami had. I thought they had a lot of potential as well. So since that was my pick, I have to keep it. So
I mean, they both in contention for the playoffs.
Right.
So I got Texas A&M Miami in the college football championship game, and then I have Texas A&M since that was my pick since the beginning of the year. I got Texas A&M. I got to ride with it until it's died. So,
all right. Well, I got to go with Zor. What Zor said: Oregon versus the Buckeyes.
What? No Georgia?
No Georgia this year.
Oh damn! Dennis got Georgia.
I don't see. I think we make it to the playoffs, but I think we will beat the second round.
I think Ohio State gonna beat y'all if y'all
Yeah.
play them. See, again, I think they're gonna meet beforehand. That's why.
Yeah.
I don't think that could even happen. I think they're gonna be on the same side.
Right. I think the Buckeyes they owe us a butt whooping anyway. So what happened?
I think Ohio State and Oregon gonna be on opposite sides so they can meet.
So, my next question is on if Atlanta Falcons fire their head coach and the OC, who should they hire in the offseason to turn the team around next year?
I'm gonna go with McCarthy.
And the OC?
No, he called the players like he did for us.
Right. I mean, so he would do both.
Yeah, that's what he did. When we got rid of when Kellen Moore left, that was the scapegoat, and he took over play calling duties.
Okay.
So he's got experience in doing so.
Right. Ian, talk to me.
So realistically, considering all the aspects that we know about the Atlanta Falcons, and I have had this way for about a decade now. If you have a defensive-minded coach and you fire him, you are going to then go the other way and you're going to hire an offensive-minded coach, or vice versa. If you had an offensive-minded coach, you're going to fire him. You're going to go defense. Since Raheem Morris, he was your defensive coordinator, then you promoted him to be your head coach. Questionable decision even at the time. I did kind of think that was a bit suspect, just promoting somebody from within the organization. But I would say that there's been an offensive coordinator who has really stepped up over the last couple of years, and he does have ties to the NFL. He does have a familiar last name. I'm going to go over to Los Angeles. I'm going to go with Mike LaFleur. So
is that the brother of?
Off top of my head, I don't know if he is the brother or if he is the cousin. But that last name, of course, very familiar to Green Bay Packers fans, as LaFleur is the head coach there. So
okay, I'm glad you brought that up, and that's a good point right there.
I'm not even on.
The rumor right now is if Green Bay Packers don't make it to the playoffs this year, they will fire their head coach, and he will be the Atlanta Falcons' next head coach.
I mean, it's a possibility, and I did look it up, by the way. I do appreciate Pro Football Reference. He is the little bro to the Packers.
I was trying to say it.
Yeah, he's the younger brother. Yeah.
Okay.
But I would say that when it comes to an offensive-minded coach, you could go with Mike or you can go with Matt. But I would say that, I think the Rams organization, I like what the offense coordinator has done there. And he has not been a head coach yet, so it would be a first-time head coach, somebody to get his first opportunity.
I like Gary Kubiak in that same breath.
In Seattle.
What? Yeah, but he's the OC in Seattle, which is another thing that like what Ian was touching on earlier. When you have a defensive-minded head coach, one of the caveats is that like when you do well, your play caller he gets gigs. And I didn't get to say my studs earlier. I was going to say, or certified players. I was going to say, I hate to say it, Sam Darnold just him and his connection with JSN and what they're doing and what they're pacing for right now.
Yeah.
For I was going to say that earlier, and that's all Kubiak right there, who is son of Gary, product of Shanahan, of Mike, the daddy of Shyamalan.
Right. So,
you know what I mean? When we're talking about familiarities and names in that aspect, right? But I do like the Mike LaFleur thing because Mike LaFleur was the forgotten LaFleur brother, because Matt has the rivalry with Shanahan because that's another Shanahan disciple that went on to go do his own thing. But he kept Mike with Kyle kept Mike with him, you know what I mean, for a while there. And then when Saleh got the gig, because you got to remember, all these guys are buddies, you know what I mean?
right.
Like they're in each other's weddings and shit like that. And when Saleh got his gig with help me out here with the Jets.
New York Jets.
Yeah.
He brought along Mike LaFleur because when you're going to an ugly team, you're not a draw, so you gotta like bring your homies and shit.
Right.
And like they had a rough go at it. Ironically, shout out to Mike LaFleur because we were the ones with Mike LaFleur and Shanahan and everybody touting Zach Wilson. So when they went over there, they kind of jumped us for Zach Wilson, and we had to abort that plan. And thank God for that. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Because you know what? Then we ended up with Trey Lance. Look at us.
Right.
Hey, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy though? Now that you're breaking it down, I actually didn't know about the San Francisco connection. I knew he was the offensive coordinator with the Jets previously before going to the Rams, but I didn't know about the 49ers. So that's interesting.
See,
and that's why I said Sean McVay out Shanahan's him all the time because then he goes, "Fuck Kyle, right? Mike, come over here." You know what I mean? Get away from them, man. Like, you know what I mean? Because Sean McVay was like the one outcasted early because when they fired the Shanahans over there and they chose RG3 over the regime, here comes Jay Gruden and then remember Sean McVay was over there with the Shanahans. But then they go, no, let's keep McVay here. He could be the OC because he had the ties with John Gruden. You know what I mean?
Hey, you know what's crazy though?
In Tampa Bay.
Some people may not know this. But when it comes to Matt LaFleur, so he was a trusted assistant with the Houston Texans when Kyle Shanahan was the offensive coordinator in Houston.
Guess who was there with?
All right, and they were both
Gary
under
Kubiak.
the same system with Gary Kubiak.
Yep.
Right, so Shanahan and LaFleur are both pretty much disciples of Gary Kubiak.
Yeah. And you know what's so about Gary Kubiak? And fact check me on this because this is when I was a kid. Like when, because I became like an unofficial Bronco after, because I loved Mike Shanahan, what he did with my Niners. And then he goes over there with Elway. And then look at that. Gary Kubiak was the backup QB. And at the time, I think he was the active OC, like already back then. Like Mike Shanahan was already molding Gary Kubiak, even when he was the backup QB and he was the OC. Right. Like it was crazy.
So Kubiak was a disciple of Mike Shanahan, but Kyle Shanahan and LaFleur were disciples of Gary Kubiak. So it's just a tree. It's just
My next question is, do anyone stand out in college football today? Do any players stand out?
I don't watch any college football like that.
Yeah.
Wait, are you talking player or franchise?
Player. Heisman Mendoza, the Heisman will be the Heisman winner. But to me, who probably is the most talented player is Love, the running back from Notre Dame.
So considering that he is the projected number 1 overall pick because a quarterback for the first time in a while is not going to be the number 1 overall pick, Ruben Bain from Miami, he has been highly touted as the next upcoming number 1 overall pick with the Titans. They do keep that pick. They do hold on to it.
Well, I tell you, if the Raiders get the number 1 overall pick, they're going to take a quarterback. I tell you that much.
But what I'm saying right now is that what's being told, Czar, is that right now there is no quarterback that is supposed to go number 1.
I think Tennessee going to win another game, and the Raiders will be the number 1 pick. Watch.
Okay, so name the number 1 wide receiver.
That would be Tyson from Arizona State. Jordan Tyson.
So in what pick you think he would go between?
I mean, he'll go in like the 10, 15 range
Top 10.
around there.
Top 10.
I mean, top 10, top 15 around there.
No, he won't fall that far. He'll go top 10. He'll go like where Tet went.
Who's in the 10? Who's in the top 10 right now as it stands, like team wise, and if the draft was today?
So give me a second.
Okay.
Yeah, because then let's play this game real quick. Because then we just look at who needs receiver, and then that's where he's probably going to.
You got Cleveland.
Oh wait, hold on. I got it.
Okay.
Cleveland needs a receiver for Shador.
And they got two picks in the first round too. So like,
all right. So from Tankathon, which has the draft order and everything. First overall is Tennessee.
What?
Second overall is the Giants.
What?
Third overall is the Saints.
What?
Fourth overall is the Jets.
What?
Fifth overall is the Raiders.
What?
Browns
Okay,
are
that's my
sixth.
happy one too.
Cleveland Browns are sixth.
There it is.
The Commodores are seventh.
All night long.
Latin rich game been black since the Commodores.
Hey, the Bengals are eighth. The Cardinals are ninth, and the Dolphins are 10th.
Okay, so they have looks like Cleveland's a prime spot. They do crazy shit like that too. And they got two picks in the first.
But do you trust Cleveland to get this right?
But what you talking about, Cedric Tillman? Who they don't got nobody. Like this is
I mean,
like
they got
prime,
Judy.
like,
Judy's okay, but he's not.
Like what I mean, do y'all trust Cleveland to be
Judy's
like
not a number one? They need a better receiver on the other side.
Okay, so a number one wide receiver and what?
When you put Tyson on the other side of Judy, yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, like that. If that's your three wide set, and if it's Stefanski,
and they got a couple good tight ends too.
Right. I was gonna say Stefanski runs like 12 personnel and 3 tight end sets, like at a high clip. So it's like, you know what I mean? They need like an actual number one because you know what I mean? Like,
they got a good running back too.
Otherwise, yeah, like they talking Fannin and Njoku's probably out of there, but Fannin, you know what I mean?
So I'm going to say this, by the way, and CBS Sports is my reference. I always like to acknowledge my sources. I'm not just saying this out of
shout out.
Yeah.
So according to CBS Sports, here is their latest mock draft. Take it with a grain of salt. First overall, Titans take Ruben Bain, defensive end from Miami, the one I talked about earlier.
Yeah.
The Giants take Tyson, receiver from Arizona State.
There you go.
Okay. So to put him opposite of Nabber.
Then they got three quarterbacks going in a row. They got Saints taking Mendoza from Indiana. They got Jets taking Simpson from Alabama. And the Raiders take Moore from Oregon. And
the Raiders will finally get it right. If he's the third quarterback taken, and they get the best
Jackson
one.
Stark's about to have hella weapons.
I don't think the Saints are going to take another quarterback that quick.
And then the Browns take Ohio State receiver Carnell Tate.
That's a good pick. If they don't get what's his name, that's a good pick though.
But hey, good news. Hey, by the way, University
Ohio State receivers. They pan out like a mug. Well, Marvin Harrison ain't really panned out yet, but
by the way, shout out to University of Utah. Their left tackle Spencer Fanu would go 10th overall to Miami. Just want to put that out there.
My next
is Marvin Harrison Jr. his father's son?
We don't know, man.
We don't. Okay. We cannot.
I see when he got hurt, Mike Wilson can seem the ball out. So I don't know what's going on.
We cannot
Stanford
really say
in the
that.
House.
Right.
We cannot really say that right now because look who his quarterback is.
Yeah, but look at Mike Wilson balling out with that quarterback, though.
You're right. You
Jacoby Brissett's on a mission.
Right. He just that.
I mean, when you throw 50 times a game, though, that's I mean, volume's king.
You gotta look at it.
They're in garbage time like 3 minutes into the game, and we're like, yeah, for fantasy.
But do you respect their running game?
No, I mean
they get their running back shortly off IR.
They abandoned the run real quick.
Yeah, well, that's because they ain't got a running back though. He's hurt. He's coming back though.
Yeah, Benson.
Yeah.
Oh, AB, now you show up. Really, AB? You show up now? Like you couldn't have showed up a half hour ago? Really?
So,
come on.
Shout out.
My next question is: name the top 4 families that play in the NFL and all of them successful in the NFL. Zord,
I
talk
don't
to
know
me.
about 4, but just off the top, you talking about like I guess father. I mean, I guess any family. Well, number 1 is probably you got the Mannings. I can name a couple. The Mannings, which I ain't really got to go into depth.
Mannings are royalty.
The Matthews.
They got the hardware too.
You got Bruce and Bo. You got both Bruce and Clay. Bruce, Clay, and Clay.
The Matthews.
Okay. That's probably.
How about the buddies? The buddies, the Ryans, like as coaches. Like didn't they all?
No, he's talking about players.
I talk about players.
Okay.
Players. My bad.
Okay.
I mean, I just throw 2 out there, so I don't say everybody.
How about this? Can I put them on the list of like the most likely to get injured? I'll throw them the Bosa's.
Oh shit! No.
Right.
Yeah, talk to me,
man. Hey, B, it's all good, man. Like Ron was just talking shit about you a half hour ago, man. Why weren't you here? That? But when it comes to the 4 families, the pillars of the NFL, now King Czar did mention a few of them. The Matthews family, they've had a decent amount of players that have been in the NFL. I think in terms of impact, the Watts, the fact that the Watts have, had 4 different members all be in the NFL.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I do have to mention the Mannings because of how many Mannings have been in the NFL.
Yeah. What the hell is the Wyatt family? I don't know the Wyatt family.
Oh, the Wyatt family, man. That's WWE.
You talking about Wyatt Earp? He's more of a cowboy.
Yeah,
Wyatt Earp,
that's Bray Wyatt, man. Shout out to him.
So,
and then my final one, it's very tough, but I'm talking about quantity. I would have to include the Bosa's because there has been about, I think, 3 or 4 Bosa's who have been in the NFL.
3 for sure.
3 for sure. And I think there was at least 1 from like the older era. So.
Oh, word! I didn't know that.
Yeah, because like the Bosa family, they've been around for a while. I know that name has been around. So, but yeah, that probably would be the 4, probably.
I would say, there's a bunch of there's a bunch of cool ones that are never gonna be really brought up, but like the brothers in the game, right? Like the twins, like the Barbers, they both got titles, right? Oh no, the running back Barber didn't get one. He retired right before they got one.
You got the Sharp family.
Oh, the Sharp.
Yeah,
there you go.
Sterling and Shannon.
Yeah. Sterling and Shannon. What other?
I guess you could say the
McCourties got rings. Aren't the McCourties?
Oh, what about Cromarties?
Oh, the Cromarties. I mean, they got all the kids in the world for sure.
Oh shit!
They hold the record. They're like Phillip Rivers doesn't have
the Cromarties, man. They're not bad.
Oh shit!
Tyreek Hill and Phillip Rivers are having a contest to see how many future kids will be in the NFL.
Right. My next question: name the worst NFL head coach fired of all time.
NFL coach of what?
I'm gonna go with.
I got one in the chamber, but I don't want to insult Ron. So
I'm gonna go with the one that was. I'm gonna go with the one that had a really good situation. He was supposed to be the one, the final piece. And you know me, how I am a one and done. You got to give a coach at least 3 years to bring his shit. But this was a well-deserved firing because that shit was a disaster, and that's Urban Meyer.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Who you got in? Talk to me.
For me, it's a head coach that was given a lot of money to come over from college football. He was supposed to be the next big thing. And then he got fired not even a dozen games into his first season and then went right back to college football and almost ruined another franchise there. Give me Bobby Petrino. The fact that he stole that much money from the Falcons and the fact that he actually didn't even last a full year. I mean,
How? Instead of he talking to the players, he gonna write a letter to the players. And he put it on their seat. No lie.
Wow.
And John Abraham, shout out to John Abraham, he was there. He said this coward did not even talk to us. We found out about he leaving us when he went to Arkansas.
Alka-Seltz.
That was John Abraham said.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. Damn, Urban Meyer's a good one too. You know what? I'm just gonna go with on the Jaguars hype. I'm gonna go with Doug Peterson too, because and you know what? And I'm just gonna go with I know this is not a coach, but just Trevor Lawrence too. He's not it at all. I'm just gonna switch. He's terrible.
Shout out to Sam Sports. He said the Broncos and the center Luke. What? Remember? Zoe, you know that dude?
Yeah, they just extended the center, Wattenberg.
Wait, hold on, Ethan. Wait, hold on, Ethan. He won Coach of the Year in Chicago. Do not disrespect Dick Geron like that. Don't do that. He won Coach. He came over to the Bears. He did reasonably. Don't even. No.
All right, my last question tonight, and this for you, Zoe. Is it true the best boxing matches is friends turn enemy in boxing history?
Nah, most of the best boxing rivalries, they're not friends turn enemies. I mean, just off the top of the head, you got Leonard Duran, you got who else is a good rivalry? You got you can go all around. You go all of them. I don't know too many actually friends that's turn, but I'm gonna go like Ali Frazier,
Marquez.
You got I said Ali Frazier. You got Duran Leonard. You got who's that? Who's they fought 3 times? You got the Mickey Ward. Them boys. They wasn't friends necessarily. Right. So no, I would say no. Not there might be a couple out there, but no, the better rivalries, I don't think none of them were really friends turned enemies.
Even Rocky and Apollo didn't become friends until
you know what I'm saying? Now Thunder Lips is a different story.
Thunder Lips.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, talk to me.
Oh, God.
As a casual fan of boxing and as somebody who is not as knowledgeable about it when it comes to King Czar, I will respectfully decline this question because I do not know enough about it.
Brandon Cooks has been done and done. You guys are desperate, but good luck to that. Good luck with it, bro.
So
they signed him.
Yeah.
He was done. Hey, he was done with us, and that was a couple of seasons ago. He's done.
He was done when he got hit in that Super Bowl. When he was playing for the
New England. Yeah, he got blasted that first
he got
quarter.
Popped. Ever since then, he been done. To me, in my opinion.
Hey Zora, how many times did Pacquiao box that? What was his name? Is it Marquez? He boxed him like 4 times.
4 times, yeah. He fought Eric Morales like 3 or 4 times. They weren't friends either.
Yeah, you ain't like Pacquiao was the Mexicutioner.
But
right.
I got one more question.
No, he got executed by a Mexican, you mean?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. He got put away by a Mexican, executed him eventually.
Right. Okay.
The guy that started it all. The whole it was Marquez, right? I'm trying to remember his name. It was Marquez. Okay. Remember that last one? He knocked out Pacquiao. Pacquiao was out before he hit the mat on that one. They made t-shirts.
Actually, went to night. He's like,
yeah, bro. Like he shouldn't have never took that 4th fight. I think at then it was 2-1. And
you gotta look at it.
It was 2 and a draw because the first one.
You gotta look at it. You gotta look at it. Do you got people in your camp? Is really for you or about the money? You gotta think about it. A lot of people tell these boxers, you're gonna take
I think when you get the money, when you're already the prize fighter and you already made a lot of money, when you're in a deep rivalry, it's not only about the money, it's also about you know what I mean? It's right. Their careers are made on some of these rivalries. You know what I mean?
So, I mean, you gotta just think
they were trying to build. Remember a couple years ago, or like a couple years, it was a good minute ago. Tyson Fury, and then it was, was it Worthy or what was his name?
Klitschko.
No, he was trying to fight Klitschko, but remember it was Tyson Fury and the black dude, the one that he wore like the armor when he walked out.
What?
Were you talking about Wilder or John?
Wilder,
Wilder.
Thank you. Remember, like they were trying to build that up as a little rivalry. You know what I'm saying?
What?
But it was like that one was like one and done too, right?
No, they fought 3 times.
Oh, they fought twice.
3 times.
3 times. Oh, so it was the rivalry then. Because I would think 3 fights is good for that. I would consider that. Yeah, they got a rivalry there. Yeah.
I mean, Wilder never won, but yeah.
Right. He got hit.
Right. So that's part of
it. Was a draw. I think it was a draw, and then Tyson won the other 2.
So my last question tonight: do you think Talk Your Ish is therapeutic for some fans on Tuesday night? Zara.
Yeah, if I'm on, man, that's pretty good therapy, bro. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I should charge a fee.
Any place that's a free forum to allow somebody to talk their ish, I think that is always going to be therapeutic.
All right. Ian, talk to me.
I mean, you should be charging. I mean, if you're going to be a therapist, I mean, you should be charging an hourly rate. But
I'm fuck with Ian, bro.
Because a lot of people, they contact me when we don't have the show, and they be like, "Hey, what's up? We not doing the show this week. What's up?" And
we might be the Pepto Bismol of podcasts.
Yeah, ain't shit, though. But to the fans, thank you. We will not be doing a show every week. So y'all get where they define y'all at.
In my room.
Oh shit.
I mean, I write articles. I write articles at sportsangle.com. I mean, that's where I write my articles at. So.
Okay.
You can find me on YouTube at the Gen Wealth Net. That's GEN Wealth Net on YouTube. Let's go.
And what else? Fantasy.
Oh yeah. My bad. I'm a little there.
So shout out to the fans that we will not be doing a show. Happy early Thanksgiving to everybody.
Yeah, facts. Happy Thanksgiving. Everybody be safe.
Be safe out there. Check on your family members. The mental health is very important. Never know what a person going through behind closed doors. Real talk.
Yeah. And let everybody know that you really thankful for them too.
I'm thankful for all the fans, even AB, my boy. I'm thankful for Dennis Holmes. Shout out to Dennis, my other.
Missed me while I was gone.